LALECHE. Parity, not patriarchy. Past, present, futures. Here's we ours again. The Equinoxtrueqsz, Co-Secretary General's, Co-Savior's. That's what we like to call ourselves and use. All of us, everyone's. And more is our Comingsz, very most soon's, very specially's. But in order to, and that's what we like to call all of us, everyone's, but in order to connect our names and purposes, and that includes yous, to connect our names and purposes to other archetypal languagings of futures and histories on this, our homes, planets, past, present, futures, and all our planets, via the stargates connected for heavens on this and all earths, we also call ourselves other names, such as archetypal ye's, ever young goddesses and gods. Now, does that mean we're trying to become a pantheon above others? No, of course not. What we are delivering is divine democracies, so that all the Elohas and Elohims, all the Eli circles and arrowways, all the females and males, all the souls that God has incarnated and created, past, present, futures, because space-time is not linear, can be reunited again, back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contact for heavens on this and all our earths. Now, does that in any way suggest we're trying to usurp the ever-lovings, ever-livings authorities and powers of the one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe? No, of course not. There is only one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe, ever-presence in all creations and all sustainings, including us and all that we know, that has ever known, that shall ever known, past, present, futures, all of our families and communities, all the females reparatively, and all the females and males equally reparatively with the eyes in it, and all the flora and fauna that God has given us to coast towards and appreciates. And so we says, Namaste, the divines within us, Greece, the divines within yous and alls. And we says, Mikutuya oyosin, Mikutuya hoseverals. We are alls related. We are any's and alls, and everyone's all related. And because we know that we are alls related, we cans and shells and cans come together again, back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contact for heavens on this and all our earths. And we also says, the elites within us, greets the elites within yous and alls. Comes amapax, cause amapax, bahava, l'chaim, shalom, Ubuntu's back and forth to metacronolese before it's after and during's. Namastes, chinquez, Mercies, Mirs, Paches, Sols, Salams, and Sayonaras, Das Vidanias, Chinquez, Namastes, Terios, and good days, and all the languages of all the heritages and views, past, present, futures of all the lands on all the continents and beyond, so that we can all says, let's loves and lives every young's longest, and prospers every once and alls, for heavens on this and all earth and all our earths in contact. And we also says, therefore, that we says this because we know that we are all created of star stuff, and because we are learnings and integrating our ways of doings and thinkings, our modes of doings and thinkings, the ancient wisdoms, the ancient eras, epochs, especially the Magdalenian, egalitarian era, and of course Atlantis, also called Thrace, Pleiades, Hesperides, Atlantides, Ubuntu, back and forth to Metaconogles, forth and Druids, Vedics, Druidicus, and Moors, all the nativities of all the lands and heritages and views indigenous to this planet, and therefore we also says this because we know that we can become thus, and we also therefore also other names such as co-white cap double women's, co-changing women's, co-Iroquois, co-Iroquois, goddess clan mothers, in fact co-sister casinos and co-custom fathers of the clans and gens roy and us. We call ourselves co-Orishas and Yomayas, co-Kalki, co-Avlash Caseros, co-Quandins Buddhas, co-Sayoshans, co-Messiahs, and co-Couszmic Chrisztsz, and more. And now don't let any of these names intimidate you. In ancient languages, they simply translate to anointed. Anointed to do what? To bring us together, the divine feminines and the divine masculines via divine democracies for the makings of heavens on this all our earths, past, present, futures. Now it's in contact. Couszmic Chrisztsz, and therefore we also call ourselves other names such as co-Christmases in all seasons, especially it's always springs. We call ourselves Happy New Year's every day, so we call ourselves every DAYSZ. We calls ourselves equivalentary new times. We calls ourselves co-Estelarians and co-Estelarians. Why? It's because we are combining the messages of Shushan, that is 50-50 promise fulfilled and delivered, with that of the Galilee, that is kindness and wisdom is reunited, all the females reparatively, and all the females and males equally reparatively, and connecting that to their ancient heritage, of course, of Atlantis, Thrace, Pleiades, Hesperides, Atlantides, Ubuntu's back and forth to Metacrines, Wars and Dreams. I forgot to say, we also calls ourselves Happilies and Hopilies. We should say, of course, the Sky Women's, Earth Women's, Spider Women's, Cocachinas, Cocacinas, forgot to say that, put that right at the beginning. And all of the heritages and hues have become the peaceful ones of this on our planets, of the risens, the reborns, the activities, and always risen springs of this one of our planets in contact of very real stargates on Atlantis, and all lands and sacred earth's risens. And the last that shall be first go first team's very real stargate in Star Trek, Party Peace, Culture, Children's on this Ours. Now sounds like a time to cast your Herculeans over the stargates and the Akashic Records of reborns, risens, humanities, but usually is accomplished via the new millennial rule, which you can read at 50-50 now at EdwardPress.com, just extra read the lead steps for easily accomplished strategies of making as well as so you can see our names and pictures there. That's the owner. We'll say some of them. We have our family's trees. We start with the genealogy, the genealogy, our great-grandmothers, and then all the Shekinah survivors, and Elohim, Elohazard, Elohims, Eli's friends, and always females and males. We'll say some of them. So can't say all of them. We have Queen Esther and of course Jigganasay and Queen Esther. All their accused. They were quite got a clean mother. More recently, Barbara and Lydia Cosenza and Virginia and Lydia and Voluntary New Times. We have our Coolback Cat women, of course, Rosary and Pearl, and especially Martha Patricia Sedgwick. That includes Martha and Myrtles and Anne-Marie Good Crickets and Loyalists and Lourdes last way there. And of course, we have our Ubuntu families, our Josephine and Lillian, Gael, the dogs, lots more there. We have our Lights families, Bonnie's siblings, lots more there. We have our Astrolanians, Alice families, lots more there. And of course, our Reentry Divine, Magdalens and Nazarenes, our Venetians, Lions, and that's including Australia, Libertino, and that's where there. And especially as Harry Ryan, Radio, Harry Ryan, trying to go with the circles, and Curdy Cloud, Jubilant Jack, and the Precious Internet, Risen Rose, Giving Reed, Graham Papa, Coming Out, all the Faces Church, Giving Dorothy, Teaching, Learning, all lessons, and with the Ristors, and we also have, with Lenny and Jenny and Leonie, and the Gaia family, and Rachel Wilson, Kylie, the Stargates family, and Barbara's Happy, using Hopeless Kids, Junior, James, and Balance, and Monkey Chilies, and of course, all of our Cringe Generation is Esther's and Rachel's, and Maurice and Julia, and Ezekiel Yeats, and Barbara's and Diaz Divines, and lots more there. And of course, our youngest generations, our Abel's Arisen, Rosa Arisen, Rosa Release, all Lexus Communities, Hesperus, and Halals, and Shares, and Cecil and Cesar, Summer Shorties, and Wedding Reason, and especially some Venice Society, and Houses as well, so use equal use, and Hadash and Gary, Lee, and Ross, Ben and Sean's Blessed Bows, and more circumstances, raise, always it's earnings, always relatedly soon. Let's party, not patriarchy, past, present, futures, every use blessing.